So guys, today we have a nice green bat and we're going to take a look at some retro tech. We're mainly going to focus on these really old 70s walkie-talkies. Mainly we're going to take a look at, are these really 1970s walkie-talkies, because they feel light. I mean, they do rattle a little bit, but I mean, the most of the weight actually comes from the speaker, and it just feels like there's not a lot in there. So we're gonna take these apart. Well, this one, since this one has the button kind of stuck, as you can see, and on this one, you can literally just push the button on there, which is nice because if you do that, you can actually make it record your entire voice. So I'm just gonna keep this one alive, I guess. But this one, we'll take this apart to fix this button. Plus take a look what the hell is actually inside of these things. Let's compare it to a phone that's from a similar timeline, which is this really old Panasonic phone, which my mom owns. This is from the 1990s, and this is big and heavy. It weighs more than these. I mean, this is proper Panasonic quality. Yeah, this is considered big now. Look at these things. I mean, it could just be that it's a new product with just like a 2000s Chinese product with like, I don't know, man, like crappy internals in it, like really cheap new old stock components in them, or like new. It could just be that it's one of those old school design new components inside of them. But most of the time, those products like old school speaker stuff like that, they have like a certain nice new technology, like a display and stuff like that, which the original older ones don't have. But this looks all original. Plus, it actually has Dutch text on the back. The only thing it says is that it draws 1 watt of power, which is actually quite a lot. I don't know if that's the speaker impedance or the speaker wattage, or that if that's just the maximum wattage of it. Surprisingly, these two came with batteries. They run on 9 volt, which is a real bummer to me because I have some newer walkie-talkies laying around. But the reason why I don't use those is because they make really creepy noises, like they're freaking nightmare fuel. These don't. These are completely quiet. I don't know why, but when you try to speak, they're completely quiet. When I do that on like a pretty freaking darn expensive, like $40 Electo one with a display and everything, it's a bit like a kid's. It's like a small. It's like this big. It's like a kid's um walkie-talkie. You all probably know what those look like, but it absolutely slurps batteries like crazy. But it does take AAA. Even then, it still drains them ridiculously fast. Plus, they make really creepy noises. And the worst thing out of all is you can literally talk with strangers on the phone with them, since they connect to a phone line. That is even creepier and even more. It's I felt really bad. Like, I've had an incident with that. Like, I could literally talk with a woman. She didn't care that much, but I was shocked. I felt like I absolutely betrayed someone's privacy or something. So these don't do that. I don't know what line these connect to, but I think the Electro ones have like 20 lines or something in them. Maybe like 5. But I'm not gonna bring them out here since they make random creepy noises. And they do have a digital line. I think these actually have an analog transceiver in them. Plus, I'm not gonna take those Electros apart since they're really probably pretty darn expensive. But yeah, I have used those in the past. They have battery drainage, and just they make random creepy noises. They start to make like, I think they start to make like signal noise or like random notifications. They start to notify me with like beeps and stuff like that. And yeah, it's not all too great. But these take 9 volt batteries, which is also not that great since, I mean, AAA's, I have rechargeable AAA's and they're just much easier to get. Plus 9 volts are pretty darn expensive, especially when you try to get a rechargeable one. You either get a rechargeable one that has a micro USB plug in them, which I actually want to get since I don't have a 9 volt battery charger, or you get one of them that you have to get like a special 9 volt battery for. But one of the batteries in one of them came dead with a dead battery. One of them actually has more charge in it than the 9 volt battery I'm keeping for projects. So it came up with 8.5 volts on my multimeter, as opposed to 8.225, 8.55 according to the multimeter instead of 8.25. So that's great. But both of them work. So they although they take 9 volts batteries, they can also just run on 8.2 volts. But yeah, I'm not gonna get like a 9 volt charger. I mean, I do have a 9 volt power supply laying around, but you want to carry these with you. So you're not gonna get like, I don't want to buy like a super expensive power bank that can put out mains voltage. And yes, those exist. They're a minimum of $50, and like a minimum of like $85 to get like a real proper one. I don't have any other 70s tech in here. This is literally my oldest phone in my collection, so it can't go any older than this. So let's power this up and do a quality test. So what I'm gonna do here, there's no model number, no brand anywhere on these, by the way. I even looked up the serial number. It only comes up with like, I don't know, suicide incidents or something like that. The batteries I'm gonna use a Raymax battery, which came out of, which is almost dead, I guess, but it does still work in this. And a Panasonic battery, which feels a little bit weird. It feels like it's bulging out the sides or something. This one came in one of these. So I'm just gonna do a speaker test. I'm gonna stand in the bathroom with the door closed and say this is a speaker test of this nameless walkie-talkie. Well, I'm gonna hold one of these onto the microphone of my phone. So what I'm gonna do, which one is this? This is the one that we're gonna repair. We're gonna put in the Max battery inside of here. Bottom wise, we only just have a talk button in a high and low setting, which is actually for the battery. I thought that was for which is actually for the speaker. I thought it was for battery saving, or that it just cut it off the bandwidth or something like that. But I'm not sure. That's neat. My multimeter actually uses one of these slots as well. Oh Jesus, that's the wrong way, isn't it? How to put these pieces of shit in. I mean, I kind of hate these connectors. They could have just put its contacts on here, but I think it's actually more expensive to get these little contacts. I mean, it's nice and neat. It's really neat because this will protect the battery contacts from water. Plus, they have put a little sponge in here. So whoever tries to get these in water, they may survive. At least the battery probably will. But these are a pain in the ass to get off. So yeah, I kind of regretted doing that. And yeah, the sponge really squishes onto the battery. So that's effective. I've had some phones do that as well. Even a house telephone. It's just that little bit of waterproofing. It's great that they think about that. Oh man, that's such a smooth fit. There we go. So, turning geese on. This one, we're probably gonna take this one apart, since this one has a really weird issue. Where it makes this crackling noise. That's the high speaker setting. That's low. I mean, if the high setting was the low setting and it would have gone even louder, then it would probably be usable publicly. But I'm not completely sure. No, it's not interference from the battery. I have no idea what it is, but this one is completely quiet, isn't it? I mean, it makes a slight noise as well, but when you just... Now it's completely silent. There you go. Listen to that. It works. So this one is really loud for some reason. Yeah, it's not the battery. Yeah, you can actually just push this button back and oh, there. I already thought like what the hell was happening, but since these are turned on, they will actually reflect my voice. So if I go ahead and talk here, wait, let's turn this one on. It's actually gonna amplify my voice, so that's pretty cool. This one, oh, this one sounds really bad. It sounds really... We're probably gonna take apart both of these. Since this one, the speaker on this sounds really rad. And this one, I mean, it makes a real weird noise. I don't know why it does that. I mean, may it just be the little antenna? No, it's not. But it's pretty nice that these last so long, since these batteries... I don't know what a fully charged 9-volt battery measures in at. But 8.2 volts is pretty dead. It's too dead to work in a... what's it called? A smoke detector, because the Raymax battery came out of a smoke detector, which is now gone. You still can't find it. I don't know if this is interference from the battery. I mean, it probably is not, but let me just turn this one on to high. Just gonna... Yeah, they do work. Yes. Oh man, they're really loud. Wow, these are better than I expected. When I put it on to low, oh that's actually bro, it's completely fine. Um the problem is I think that's the mic. This is the same type of issue that I've had on it's actually really nice that this button is broken because you can actually just keep on talking with that. Wait a minute. No, this one just keeps on crackling. Anyways, um I've had that mic issue before. It's just that the mic keeps on peaking. Because the mic I think just thinks that you're shouting or something like that. I'm not sure. I've had that on a little tiny GoPro thing before, but that I think these have even better mics than that. It does make them more retro. The reason that it's lower quality, I don't really care about that. It just makes them more retro. If these really are retro, I'm gonna be pretty surprised. There we go. That's the easy one, I think. This is the bad one. I think that's just the mic. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is the bad one. There we go. The battery. These are probably so little. These have probably seen so little use that. Yeah. Maybe the battery contacts are still really tight. So I don't know how to take these apart properly without breaking them because I have no idea where my pry tool has gone. I can't find my pry tool currently. I mean, I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a little. Oh no, that's just way too cute. This is a little phone thing. Don't know where that came from. I'm gonna keep that. I thought let's use it as a pry tool, but nope. I'm not gonna use my nails since I already tried that. So the first one we'll take apart is the one with the stuck button, because I don't really care about it. Let's just try to pry up here. Okay, it's really tightly done. No idea where my pry tool has gone. I'm gonna search for it. Just a little bit more. Nope. That thing is gone. Like, I don't know where, but it is gone. So I'm gonna use a small screwdriver. I think it's actually used pretty okay quality shells. But yeah, this one comes apart much easier, I think. Yeah, this one is really bad. I think I've had that mic overflow thing. I think it's called a mic overflow or just a mic overload. Let's just call it a mic overload. I think I have had that before on those Electro ones. But you'd have to really shout and be like really close to them. Ooh, there you go. We're already taking a small look inside of it. That was just a little bit of prying already. Wow, that's pretty weak plastic, isn't it? I mean, I don't want to break one of these, because if you break one of these, they're basically both junk. Unless you try to fix it, obviously. Some more clips. You can definitely see that there's a clip on this side. If you watch closely, you can literally see a little gap there. Ugh. I don't know how to take these apart. I mean, this one does have a clip on it. Or it's just being held down by the little button. I don't know. Is there even a way to take these apart properly without breaking them? I can't find any info on these. Like, I'm not kidding. I tried serial number, I tried Google Lens, and there's just no info. Literally nothing. I'm gonna try to pry this open a little bit further. I'll be back in a minute. Guys, we're getting it apart. It was a little clip right there. Oh wow, the little antenna part actually splits open. That's pretty cool. So now I'm trying to get this part off. which is practically impossible, to be honest. Can I take this entire shell off safely now? Oh yeah, more clips are starting to pop. Yep. Yeah. This is going proper now. This clip has popped, so let's just continue on. Are there even clips on the underside? Because I can't get the underside to... Let's take a closer look. Actually a piece of metal on the antenna, as you can see that I'm prying away now. That I think it is actually holding in the entire thing. Ooh. Oh, that sounded bad. Oh, that was actually... No worries. It was just a chip that just popped back in. Oh, crap. Stupid tripod. I know you can see that, but it has lots of circuitry in it. Can't get it apart right now. I may actually take apart the other one as well, just to see what that has in it. But yeah, it has lots of stuff in it. So I'm not going to take it apart further, because otherwise I'm going to break it. Which I've probably already done. Don't worry guys, the reason why it's not coming apart is because there's a screw under there. Under the QC pass sticker. So yeah, I'm just going to take that off since I have two of these. It's always the screws, the hidden screws. that just... they're just so horrendous. Like, I'm just going to do it right through this one. Reveal the madness. Finally, we got that. So, stay in place, stupid tripod. So, taking a look, yeah, this is pretty old looking circuitry. I'm not sure if that's, yeah, this must be an old one. It can't be a new one, like I swear. Wow. I need to get some brand identification. Wait, is that a Samsung chip? There's a freaking Samsung chip in here. Would you look at that? The main IC is a Samsung branded one. Holy crap. That is some good quality stuff. Wow, I didn't expect that. Here's the microphone, which is a pretty big one. Oh crap, the antenna's completely loose. It's still rattling a bit, I think. Damn, that's a good one. Shall I take the little circuit out? Shall I take the main circuit out? Wow, I'm impressed. I mean, I couldn't get the button back, and it was really hard to take it apart because of the stupid screw. But yeah, I want to keep that QC pass sticker on one of these, that's for sure. Can I even take this apart? I want to see the speaker. Yes, I probably can, but I need a bigger screwdriver for that. Nope, I don't. I actually have the wrong screwdriver. I mean, just looking at this circuit board, it's a pretty decent looking one. I mean, it looks old school. I've taken apart an 80s radio and it looks like that. There's actually a fuse in there. That's cool. I mean, I think it's a fuse. There's lots of potentiometers in here. Don't know why. A gigantic crystal. Those tiny little things are, I think, tantalum capacitors, or they're just resistors. I'm not even sure. Damn, but the reason that there's a Samsung chip in here is cool. I can literally just Google that. The only information I can see is WT898A. I can Google that. Google is your best friend, you know. So let's get these screws out. Oh man, they're super tight. I really need to get a better one. Wow, guys, I'm really impressed with the circuitry of this. There's a legit Samsung chip inside of there. The soldering is also protected, which is great. There's a fuse in there. And now I have the proper screwdriver for this. At least I hope, because this one is made for smaller ones. Yep, there we go. Damn, they don't want you in here, don't they? Do they? So now I'm gonna take the other one apart, since this one I actually thought that I was gonna smash this. since I'm just gonna take it apart off camera, that would be a little bit more comfortable. Since they already were almost impossible. This thing was already almost possible to take apart. Oh man, they're super tight, those screws. Anyways, as I said, it was really hard because I didn't see that stupid sticker that was covered up. That was covering the screw, which is super annoying. I've had that on a charger before. I wanted to take apart a charger, and I ripped it out completely, and I just threw it away in the end. It was a horrendous thing. Actually, these share a little bit of a design of that. Can we take this board out? Nope, because there are more screws. There's another one in the middle, on the underside. By the way, guys, I'm actually getting a new phone tomorrow. Well, a new phone in my collection, a Galaxy Grand Prime. So stay tuned from that. I actually should have gotten it today, but due to Corona, I can't. For some reason, it's really annoying. Personal reasons. So the last screw, I think, which is for the antenna. Sorry that my voice is dying. It's because the air is really dry in here. You know what? I'm gonna open a window. I didn't want to do that since it's so freaking cool in here. So yeah. Ah, Jesus. It's also a big mess in here. That's why I'm not showing it. Big mess of computers and stuff like that. Taking out the last screw. But damn, there's some old looking circuitry in here. It looks like that 80s radio that I took apart. So now the antenna should come out. There we go. There's your antenna. Which is not actually screwable. It's not like one of those antennas that you can screw. And now let's reveal the beast. Oh, I should keep that because then it's a little bit more rigid. It's not the most rugged device in the world, I have to say. Oh, there's also that little clip. Man, these are secured like crazy. Or isn't there a little chip? I'm not sure. Does it have its own little... Oh yeah, there's a speaker. Oh, I want to take a look at that. Ooh, we got it. Don't want to pull too hard on those wires. Well, it's holding in a battery holder. And I have a soldering iron anyway. That's the red LED. And the speaker, which does not shake around anymore, but that thing is absolutely glued in. Wow, they don't want you to take a look in at the wattage of the speaker, do they? Let's take that sticker off. Oh yeah, there we go. It says BL on it. 25 watts. That's a little high for such a small boy. It's held in with screws. No. 32 ohms. Oh, 0.22 watts. Okay, 25 watts. 25 milliwatts. Or just 0.25 watts. 32 ohms. Okay. Man, they really took care of this. So let's put this back together. Let's just give this board a little... just to see if that helps. You never know. So I'll be back in a minute if I have this back together again. Update the button is actually normal. It should do this. It actually, as you can see, the reason why the other one clicks in fully is probably because that little piece of plastic that gives it a little give, that it just clicks the button and not like the entire thing just pushes in. I think that little piece of plastic that protects it from not doing that, I think that part of plastic is broken. Oh, please click together. Yeah. Yay, it's clicked together. It's not very good clipped. And let's screw this nice and tight. The little QC pass screw. Like the really, really annoying one. The one that blocked us from getting the treasures inside of the out of this. Did I put it on wrong? Yep, it's a little too high. Oh crap, you see how easily that comes apart? That's what I'm talking about. Please go together. So with it all back together, what's the conclusion? Some really good circuitry from this. Like, I was stunned that there was a Samsung chip in this. Like, I really am stunned still. I think that actually the main antenna, or just the receiver in it. Let's see if it still works, by the way. I think that's just a receiver chip in it, or main power IC. I'm not sure. I think there's actually a little transformer in there. Not sure as well. I don't know that much about capacitors and stuff like that. I do know the difference between resistors and capacitors in terms of looks, really. But I'm still even blown away that we have those LEDs that these days that you can just plug into mains. Still makes a crackling noise, but it works. So that's great. That's a success, which my tripod does not agree with, and my bed also doesn't, because there's crappy stuff of plastic here. I'm just gonna put that little ring around the antenna again. I think that's actually to hold that antenna in from getting protected against shocks or something like that. Could be just a little design. Yeah, probably is, since it doesn't stay in. Nope, that just comes right off, doesn't it? Not sure. I mean, on the other one, it's completely... I mean, this one is still original. This one has never been taken apart. So yeah, let's put batteries in both. I'll put the speaker of the device up the camera. Wait, does it turn on? Yes, it does. I found a way to easily connect the batteries. Much easier, and get them out easier. So yeah, impressive circuitry. Oh, there's this little ridge on the side. Is that normal? Is that just a plastic? Oh yeah, I think that's normal. I think it's just a little bit worse on this unit. I mean, these aren't the most expensive quality anyways. It's just that the internals is pretty good. The outernals are pretty bad. The plastic shell is average. Oh, I think I actually took apart a good one. Okay, so I'm gonna get the less noisy one and put it perfectly... Wait a minute. Oh my goodness! Holy cow! Holy shit! I touched the end of my phone with the antenna of this. Listen to it. It goes absolutely crazy when I put it near the antenna of my phone. Wow, it makes different noises according to where I put it. So, test. Yes, it definitely works. Oh, this one actually sounds better than this one, because if I talk into this one, you can literally hear the sounds resonating. Yeah, you can literally hear the speaker resonating. So this one with the noise speaker, I'm gonna take that, since yeah. And if I make like popping noises, I mean, this one sounds really good, I gotta say. Okay, so I'm gonna put this near the mic, so you know what? I'm gonna put this against, I'm gonna put it against my main mic. Gonna put it... When I put it in low, it doesn't make any noise that much. Okay, so here's a recording, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. I have to get this button to fit. Yep, there we go. Now it's on. So, wait a minute. Hey, what? Wait. Test. Is it working? No, I think it's not. Is it? Nope. Let's investigate this, and when I'm done, I'll put it near the mic. This one near the mic, it does make little crackling noises. I know that's going to be annoying to you guys, but this one has... the other one has a little issue with the speaker, I think. Don't listen to that. That's my phone interfering with it. This is a test of the
no-name brand walkie-talkies. As far as I can tell, they actually sound pretty okay. I've done a little test with them, and they sound really 70s like. The microphone is just average. I think it's pretty good for the time. But yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna make a little wind noise. So yeah, that's it.
There we go, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that test. I know if it worked. I really hope it does. Just gonna turn that off. But yeah, some beautiful 70s circuitry inside of here. Pretty good devices. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and see y'all later.